Advertising works on perception by strategically influencing how individuals perceive products, brands, or services. What is USP? It is about the important or unique feature that you are going to stand out from the other kind of a product. Each and every product will be having a exact target audiences. Why? Because not every product will be suitable for everyone. Outdoor media comes under any big hoardings or billboards what you see in a busy areas. Hello students, how are you all? I hope you are doing good. So I welcome you to today's session. So in today's session, we are going to talk about the second unit of advertising media and management. The name of the unit is consumer media. So in this topic, we are going to talk about the main aspects of what is media, what are the types of media, and what are the advantages and disadvantages of media. Okay. So before I move on to the session, so let me give my brief introduction. I'm Vaishnavi, Faculty of Commerce from Vidhyaashram First Grade College, Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. So without a further ado, we'll start with the agenda. So we are going to talk about first topic, advertising on perception. Okay. Next topic, we are going to talk about research in advertising and planning. Next, advertising media, types of advertising media, functions of advertising media, advantages and disadvantages of print media, then advantages and disadvantages of mass media. So these are the topics that we are going to cover in this session. So straight away we move on to the first topic called advertising perception. So if I tell you that every day we come across different types of ads in our daily life, correct? So when we are watching TV, when you are watching mobile, your YouTube videos, or when you are involved in Instagram or Facebook or in any social media apps, so you will be coming across different types of ads, okay? So ads play a high impact on the perceptual values of a consumer. So each and every consumer will be having a different kind of attitude, behaviors, correct? Like say for example, some people will be liking pink color, some people will be having purple color, some people like sweets, some people does not like sweets. Like that, if I take an example of each and every attitude or behavior of it, so there are different kind of attitudes for each and every consumer. But ads will be the same for everyone. Now, how the ads are going to influence the consumer behavior or influence the perception, that we are going to learn right now. Okay, so the introduction part, advertising works on perception by strategically influencing how individuals perceive products, brands, or services. So how the ads are going to change the perception of a consumer by influencing them, by influencing their ideas, by influencing their behaviors. Perception refers to the way people interpret and make sense of information from their environment, and advertising aims to shape these perception in a favorable manner. So as I've told, perception refers to how the consumer is going to think of it. How, whether it is a positive attitude or negative attitude, whether it is of favorable or unfavorable. So that is the perception of it, how the consumer is going to react for it, for each and every ad, product, or a service. So how the advertising is going to make, the advertising aims to shape the perception into a favorable manner. Okay. So next we will see how the advertising is going to change the perception. Under that, first is creating a brand image. Okay. The first important aspect or the first important concept for every kind of an business is called to improvise their brands. Okay, to improvise their goodwill, to represent themselves as a good brand in the mindsets of the consumer. So ads plays a high impact on emulsifying the brand image in the mindsets of the consumers. Okay, so they will be understanding the message that what the consumers are going to in need of. Okay, next is about emotional appeal. Okay, so some ads contain some kind of humor, or some ads contain sadness or important advice, serious matters will be discussed in the ads that directly affects the emotional quotient of the people. Okay, so like there are some kinds of ads that will be directly connected to the emotional factors like family values, then mother values, father values, or regarding the friendship and regarding the husband and wife relationship, so etc. So a human is a emotional person. Okay, every time we will be connected with different types of emotions, so showcasing those ads will be appealing towards the consumers if you are going to target the emotion quotient with the USP of your product. Okay, next is about highlighting the unique selling proposition. So for every kind of a product or for every kind of a brand, there will be an USP. Okay, what is USP? It is about the important or unique feature that you are going to stand out from the other kind of a product. That will be called as an USP. So ads will be helpful for the consumers or for the advertisers to highlight the unique selling proposition of their product. So it will make sure that you are going to identify what is the main beneficial thing what you are going to get when you are going to consume those kinds of products. Next is about positioning into the market. Okay, so that means like what kind of product is that, what are your target audiences. So whether it has been targeted for infants, toddlers, teenagers, or adult people or old age people, etc., or whether it is been targeted only for male, female, or whether it is gender specific, or whether it is for common for all. Okay, so it will help you to understand where exactly you are going to position your product into the market. Next is competitive comparison. So it will help you to analyze your competitors, and you can, ads will be helpful for the advertisers or the marketers to give an exact information about what their competitors is in lagging of and what they are being in a unique way. Okay, next is about influential attitude. So as I've told, one of the important aspect for ads is what? To influencing the people, to motivate them, to to make sure that they get a exact experiences what they are going to get by consuming that kind of a product. Okay, next is about social proof and endorsements. So celebrity endorsements or any influencer endorsements are also one of the reason why we are going to purchase the products. Okay, so if any celebrity or if any influential person that you are going to follow, into the hardcore, then you are going to consume those kind of products which will be recommended by them. So it is also an important to make sure that you are being collaborating with the celebrities or any influential people, so that you can reach to the larger extent of the audiences in a lesser or shorter period of time. Next is about visual and aesthetic appeal. So ads also contain some great visuals, photography, cinematic kind of production also will be there, and that also will be aesthetically appeal. So that means it should be soothing for the eyes to see, and it should be attractive for the eyes to see, and immediately that gains the attraction of the consumer. So ads also plays a high impact on visually artistic things as well as in case of the visually appealing kind of products. So next is about frequency and repetition. So this is an important one. Why? Because frequency or repetitive ads will be registered in the mindsets of the people for a longer period of time. So say for example, if you are seeing the ad again and again for a period of time, that is numerous number of times, so that means the brand name and what is the service that they are going to provide it to you will be immediately registered into your mindsets. Okay, so repetition of ads also plays a high impact in the change in the consumer behavior of the persons. Okay, so these are the important aspects that how the ads are or how the advertisements plays a high impact on the perception levels of the consumers. So next topic, we are going to talk about how the research is going to help in advertising and planning. So under that, first is understanding the target audiences. So like I have told, each and every product will be having a exact target audiences. Why? Because not every product will be suitable for everyone. Okay, so there are some kind of products which will be suitable for a specific target or specific gender or specific age related or specific taste and preferences of the consumers. So when you are implementing the research aspects in your media planning or in your advertising campaign planning, so it will help you to understand your target audiences, how many of them are there, what is the percentage of them, and how many crores or how many millions of people are there in which are interested in those kinds of topics. Okay, next is about psychographic analysis. That means a psychological analysis of the consumer. So like what is the intellectual aspect regarding a particular product, how the consumer is going to think about it, what is the behavior towards the product or a service. You can also understand like what is the emotional connection towards the product. Okay, like say for example, we will be consuming the same kind of product from a larger period of time. That means for a longer period of time, like your daily usage products like your toothpaste, cooking oil, your bathing soap, etc. So these kind of products will be frequently again and again will be brought together, and those will be having a kind of psychological connection towards the product. Okay, so you can understand what is the psychological connection towards the product or a service. Next is market analysis. This is an important aspect for each and every advertiser, because to understand how the market has been behaving, what are the trends in the market, who are the competitors, what is their advantage, so in how way they are been lagging behind. So all these are important in order to analyze the market. Next is about brand perception. Okay, so brand perception is also an important concept here, because so your way of thinking. Okay, so you can analyze how the other competitive brands are representing themselves and how they are representing in the mindsets of the consumers, and what is the perception levels towards the brand will be analyzed with the help of the research. Next is media planning. So you can analyze what are the ways you can telecast, or what is the way you can publish your ads in the different media channels. Okay, so we have got TV, we have got radio, we have got newspapers. So there are different kind of medias that are there in the current trends. So you can analyze in what way or which kind of media channel you are going to select for. Okay, depending upon the ads that you are going to telecast, or depending upon the ads that you are going to publish or print, you are going to select the types of the media channel. So next is about the creative development. So it will helps you to have an innovative out of the box ideas, so that you can immediately impact on the minds of the consumers. Next is about consumer behavior studies. This is an important one. It helps you to analyze your behavior of the consumers. So that means their purchasing power, what is their standard of living, what is the frequency of purchasing, so how the consumer is going to behave towards each and every product, so how they are going to behave in case of the competitive products, etc. All this will be analyzed in the consumer behavior studies. Next is cultural sensitivity. So cultural aspects are an important aspects that are being uprooted into the daily lives of each and every consumer. So you can analyze like what are all the cultural sensitivity, or what are the kind of topics that are being highly triggering or highly related to the aspects of a consumer. Okay, so we are being again emotionally been connected to different kind of relations, products, and to our surroundings. So cultural regarding research is also an important, so that it should not affect the aspects, or it should not affect the values and beliefs of the consumer. Next is adapting to the technological advances. So research also helps the advertiser or to the marketer to adapt to the recent technology. So like nowadays we have got 3D ads, we have got 4K ads, we have got 8K ads, like that. So nowadays like they are being adopting to the new kind of technology. So with the help of the research, you can adapt to the new technological trends and advances in the advertising industry. So these are the important aspects that you are going to achieve when you are going to implement research in the advertising planning. So next topic, we are going to talk about advertising media. So advertising media refers to the channels or platforms through which advertisers communicate their messages to their target audiences. So what is an advertising media? It is a channels or platforms where the advertisers are using those kind of platforms in order to reach their message to the target audiences. These media serves as vehicles for disseminating advertisements and reaching a wide range of consumers. So advertising media is the main objective is what? To have a proper disseminating advertisings and to reach the larger range or wide range of customers under a single roof. Okay, we'll see what the types of advertising we have got. First is broadcast media. So under that we have got TV and radio. So we'll see what is TV. So TVs have become a powerful tool and it has been there in the daily lives of a consumer from a larger period. Okay, so it is there like maybe 70 to 80 years back itself we have got the concept of TV, and in nowadays like in each and every household we have got a TV. Okay, so TV have become a very important tool to address for the companies. So companies can target serials, reality shows, sports events, live events, etc., which are showcased on TVs and understand the demographics of people watching the TV. Okay, so you can analyze like what kind of people or in demographic aspects of the consumers can be easily analyzed with the help of the televisions. Then radio. So radio as a tool of marketing is advertising. Radio is the most cost-effective tool that a customer can have, since radios have high penetration and are easy for the customers to buy. They are a good tool for advertising, and it also enables companies to reach out a wide range of customers. So even radios are also there and it is also playing a high impact in the mindset of the consumers. We are also will be listening to the radios from a more number of years. Okay, so radios is the important objective here is what here also you can attract larger extent of the people under a single time, and it is also cost effective, whereas televisions are being expensive, whereas radios are being a cost effective one. So under the broadcast media we have got TV and radio. Next is print media. So this is another type of a media. So under that, newspapers, magazines, leaflets, brochures, billboards, signages, direct mail and other print publications come under the print media. So okay, so with the massive reach of print media, it became a popular tool for advertising. Print media caters to a regional audiences and is published in different languages. So print media will be highly applicable for any kind of brands which are been doing their business in a local time. Okay, so whereas TV and radio are the kind of media where if you want to showcase your goods or services to larger extent of people irrespective of the demographic, whereas in case of print media you can only target the local audiences. So what comes under the print media? We have got newspapers, magazines, leaflets, brochures, billboards, signages, direct mail and other kind of print advertisements. So next is online media. So online media is also nowadays have been a high impact on the minds of the consumers, and I can tell that is a powerful tool for the advertisers to reach to the more larger kind of an audiences as compared to the TV, radio and print media. So with the consistent growth of internet penetration, companies have started using online media for promotion through advertising. People are connected to the internet through social media, websites, etc. This gives an opportunity to the companies to use this advertising media and cater to the consumers using online advertising. So as I've told in the starting itself, so online media or internet plays a high impact on each and every type of a consumer. So nowadays everyone are connected to the internet and everyone are connected to the social media and other kind of online media apps that are there. So online media is a very powerful tool as compared to the previous medias. Next is outdoor media. This another popular form of advertising is used for hoardings, billboardings, then out of the home media, etc. Outdoor media comes under any big hoardings or billboards what you see in a busy areas. Outdoor advertising is used in capturing those customers who are traveling from one place to another place. So outdoor medias will be only set up in such kind of places where there is a larger movement of people, that is in the busy areas, and it also attracts the attention of the people when they see to those kind of billboards. Okay, next is mobile phones. So with the increasing of the penetration and usage of mobile phones, mobile advertising has become a critical aspects of every business. So mobiles as an advertising media helps to reach out customers by promoting messages through SMS, social media chat groups, etc. So nowadays you get emails, you get SMS from different businesses. Why? Because they are having the phone numbers and datas with them, and so that they can also showcase the advertising to the people by using the mobile media. So next is specialty media. So this consists of items that are given away to the consumers on which the name of the company or brand is printed so that more people get to know about it. For example, we have got carry bags, membership cards, free merchandises, etc. So any showcasing of your brand or creating a brand awareness through the specialty media is also in a trend. So they are going to showcase the brand in the form of like carry bags, in the form of giving the free merchandises, etc. Next, other forms of media. So apart from them, so advertising can also be done through transit signs, that is through small posters that we can see on trains, buses, electronic billboards, etc. So we can also showcase, or advertisers can also showcase their ads on behind the bus, behind the auto, or behind any public transport, and through the electronic billboards. Okay, so these are the types of media that we have got. So next we are going to talk about what is the function of the media. First is reach and exposure. So with the help of the different media platforms that we have got, you can reach to the larger extent of the people with a single shot. Next is about target audiences segmentation. These kind of media platforms will help you to understand which kind of audiences are been reacting to your ads, that means your advertisements. You can analyze who are your target audiences and who are the people actually reacting, or who are the people actually turning into customers from these kind of ads. Next is communication of information. A easy flow of communication will be established to adaptation of the media platforms. Okay. Next is brand building and image enhancement. So the media platforms will help you to analyze the customer's behavior, and it also helps you to have a proper brand building, and it also improvises the brand perceptions in the mindsets of the consumer. Next is CTA, that is call to action. So you can easily encourage your people or encourage your target audiences to immediately take an action for your ads that what you have telecasted, published. Next is feedback mechanism. So it also helps for the advertisers to analyze what kind of ads are working and what are not working through the feedback. So that means you will be having a proper data with you, and you can analyze like how many people have viewed, how many people have reacted, how many people have clicked on your ad, or how many people have entered your website, etc. with the help of the feedback mechanism. Next is entertainment and engagement. So all the type of media nowadays are being used for entertainment purpose and for the information purpose. So ads plays a high impact on the minds of the consumers in order to attract them through providing some funny messages, humor, and through having an entertainment ads to it. Next is cost effective promotion. So there are some kind of media platforms, like we have got print media, we have got radios, we have got digital media, that is online media. All those are cost effective for the advertisers. Next is influencing on the consumer behavior. All the media platforms will place a high impact on the consumer behavior, and that changes them to the unfavorable condition to the favorable conditions, and they will be converted into the customers. Okay, these are the functions of advertising media. So next we are going to talk about advantages and disadvantages of print media. Okay, print media support newspapers and all the kind of ads that are being printed, like magazines, we have got newspapers, we have got leaflets, we have got billboards, etc. So all those comes under the print media. Under that, first is tangibility and permanence. Okay, so print media will be having tangibility, that means you can touch, you can see, and you can feel the ads, and you can also will be registered into the mindsets of the consumers. Whereas disadvantage is what? It is a limited reach. Okay, print media, as I have told, it will be only adopted, or it will be only selected by those kind of brands which are been selling in a locally. Okay, if you are going to go for national newspapers, then you are going to have a highest, it will be expensive for the advertisers. Okay, so it will be only applicable if you are going to go for a local kind of a businesses. So next is credibility and trust. Okay, so one of the important advantages, what if you are going to publish your ads into the newspaper, then it should be a genuine and trustable ad. Okay, you cannot scam your audiences, or you cannot scam your target audiences, and you cannot just loot your target audience. Okay, it should be having a proper honesty, and should be having a proper trustworthy kind of ads will be only published on print media. Whereas a disadvantage is for production and distribution costs. So it requires lot of paper, ink, and it also requires the involvement of different humans into the production of it, and it also requires a cost for production of the paper, printing charges, and distribution of the print advertisements to different people. Next disadvantage is target audiences. So the print also allows the precise targeting by having a proper demographic targeting. Like say for example, if you want to have your local businesses, so the print media is an exact option instead of going for radio or TV, because it has only been demographic specific. So the disadvantage here, lack of interactivity. So in TV or in case of online or in case of radio ads, there will be an interactivity between the target audiences, whereas in case of print media, so they are just going to read your advertisements and there is a high possibility of they are going to forget it and move on to the next paper. Okay, so that is why there is a less interactive quotient in the print media. Next is long form content. So in case of print media, you can include all those kind of details or information about your product that cannot be included in in TV, radios or in online media. Okay, so you will be having or you will be giving a freedom to include all the kind of a content that you want to advertise to your audiences. Whereas disadvantage, limited analytics and measurement. So as I have told, there is a less interactivity, then there is a less analytical quotient here. Why? Because the data cannot be pertained in case of print media. So you cannot know how many people have read your ads, how many people have reacted to it, and how many people have actually converted into your consumer. So print media will be having less data in their hands. So one more is lack of internet dependency. So the important advantage here is what? Print media does not need any connectivity issues. So you can directly, if you have seen the ad previously, then you can immediately go to that newspaper or to the particular page and you can read out your ad. Okay, so that does not require any kind of internet facilities for looking on to the newspapers or print or etc. Whereas a disadvantage here is static and non-dynamic content. So if you can see in newspapers, there is a similar kind of ads will be adopted by all kind of people and there is no question of innovative and out of the box ideas. Okay, so the same kind of static and same kind of stagnant designs will be adopted by the advertisers to showcase their ad. So these are the important advantages and disadvantages of print media. Next, advantages and disadvantages of mass media. So wider reach. So mass media, under that we have got television and radio. So television and radio plays a high impact on reaching the wider kind of an audiences under a single roof. Okay, whereas a disadvantage is limited audience interaction. So in case of TV and radio compared to the online media, so there is a limited interaction of the consumers. Why? Because you cannot have a proper data regarding how many people have seen your ad and how many people have reacted or interacted with your ad. You can only get to know like how many people have listened to it or how many people have tuned into your channel during the ad timings. Okay, you can only analyze the demographic or target age or any less regarding data will be recorded in case of TV and radio. Next advantage is information dissemination. So mass media can provide a powerful tool in rapidly disseminating the information. That means through higher spread of the information. So why? Because at a single time, larger extent of people will be tuning into your radio or into your TV. So at a single time, you can immediately spread the information with a less cost. Okay, whereas in the disadvantages is selective channels. Okay, you can only go for selective TV channels or selective radios and cannot just telecast the ads to the wide range of the audiences. Next advantage is brand exposure. So advertising through mass media provides the extensive exposure to the audiences. So you can create a great brand awareness with the help of the TV and radio ads. Whereas a disadvantage is cons consideration. So that means it is a highly expensive one, and in order to telecast your ads in TV and radio, you need to select the prime slots, and during that time the prime slots will be highly expensive as compared to the online or print media. So it is a highly investment option for the advertisers. Next is entertainment and education. So with the help of the mass media, video will be played and interaction will be immediately attained with the help of the mass media. That means the ads that you see in TV as well as in radio contains music, actors, and a proper play or storytelling will be there, and it will always helps the advertisers to catch the attention of the consumers immediately. Whereas a disadvantage, we have got short attention spans. So nowadays, like the TV radios are telecasting the huge number of ads at a single time, the viewer or the listener will be immediately tuning out to the other station immediately if they are going to see the ad. So that is a disadvantages of it. So next is advantage here, influence of public opinion. So mass media plays a high impact on the influence of the public opinion. It influences a brand perception and consumer behavior of the customers. Whereas a disadvantage, we have got potential for misinformation. There is a high chances of misunderstanding of the ads that you have telecasted, and there is a high chance of misinformation will be spreaded to the wide range of audiences, that again will be hurting the emotional values and beliefs of the customer. So there are such kind of ads that have banned in India because of the misunderstanding and misinformation is being telecasted during the prime time news or during the prime time channels. Okay, so these are the important advantages and disadvantages of the mass media. So in the next session, we are going to talk about steps in media planning, key elements of media scheduling, and what are the steps in setting the media budgets. So as we have discussed about the important concepts today, so we have discussed types of media, that is an important concept for examination point of view, and we have learned about advantages, disadvantages of mass media and print media, that is also an important topic. So and how the research is going to influence the advertising planning. So all these are important concepts for your examination point of view. So I request you to refer the notes and also refer the PPTs or the sessions that I have covered today. Okay, so I'll meet you with the topics that I have discussed in the next session. So thank you so much.